Hey, fam, it's your man Dante, the Dark Knight, with my co-host Pat in the show. Training camp has begun. Our Philadelphia Eagles are on their quest to win a Super Bowl. No, I'm only kidding. No, we are on that quest. That's what we start every season. Believe me,
You
we can
starting
go
off
there.
wrong.
No, it's training camp. You don't expect the Super Bowl if you. What are you coming here for if you're not expecting the Super Bowl? But no, we are excited because our Philadelphia Eagles are in training camp right now, so they're getting ready for the season. And we'll talk about how they're getting ready because it's crazy. I talked about it a little bit last week, but I didn't expect that it would happen. That's the power of words there. But we'll talk about some of the what we're hearing coming out of camp, how the first practice went, which was oh my God, I can't believe it. I'll see what you guys think about that. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about all things, some more of the position battles, of course, and all things Eagles as our Philadelphia Eagles are in training camp. This season is officially begun. It's begun now, right? It's football season now. All the teams are in camp, and our Eagles are one of them. So, without further ado, let's get right to it. So we only, and we're only going to be here for 58 minutes. Okay, that's all we need. No, that's all we need. Sirianni has laid the groundwork. We only need 58 minutes. We don't need
58
the whole
minutes.
hour. That's all. That's all we need. So we're only going to be here for 58 minutes, but let's get this show on the road. You are watching Eagles Talk, the number one Eagles coverage show out there. That's by us fans, for us fans. And we on this show, we like to celebrate talk about the Philadelphia Eagles and celebrate them, and we do so and as we relax and we drink our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So I am returning to my roots like I did last week. I'm going to continue with the Gentleman Jack. It's time to get excited. Come on, we're celebrating here. We're celebrating the start of this 2022-23 season. So everybody
Exciting
should
times.
be joining me right now. Please drink responsibly, of course. And I'm doing the Gentleman Jack. Pat, what are you doing?
I'm back on the Terramana.
He's on the Terramana. And Nichelle, how was the celebration? Oh, it was
Bum,
good.
bum,
She's drinking.
bum.
The Exit
Oh,
Cafe.
The Patron XO
okay.
The,
All
the, sh-
right.
the,
Cafe.
sh- the Shelman special.
I am very special. But this is my drink. Somebody very special hunted it down for me, so I
Oh,
am blessed.
that's what's up.
Oh, that is great. So if Michelle's taking a shot, you've got to take a shot.
You got listen.
You
Camp
got to take it
started.
now.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's get
camp
it.
has started. Here we go. So to our Philadelphia Eagles, everyone raise your glass. Let me know what you're drinking out there, and please drink responsibly. And down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the
All right, let's just jump right into it. First of all, every time I try to love this guy, I be like, this is my coach, man. This is my coach. He does things, man. He does things, man. And he's just different, man.
Yeah.
And I guess it's going to be all right as long as he put up the W's, because that's what it's all about, is just W's, right? But it's hard for me to get past some of his behaviors and things of that nature. I mean, I love my man, and but this is new, man. I've never seen a coach come to like the press conference or practice with his player's face on his chest. I've just never seen that. I've never. I don't know how you can be authoritative when you. I mean, I don't. I mean, this is a new age. I get it. This is a new age, and maybe this is the new look of the player coach. Because I believe Andy Reid was a player coach. I really do. But even in his being a player coach, he had a certain stature in front of the team, a certain sense of authority, and I don't get that with this guy. Now I don't know what happens behind closed doors. I don't know. He may be cursing the guy out and all that. I don't know, but that just new to see him at the press conference, new for me because I'm an old head. It's new for me to see a coach come in with that type of present himself in that manner. And not to mention our first practice. It's only
Practice.
58 minutes.
Talking about
Only
practice?
58 minutes.
But you're talking about practice.
All
man.
our shows should be 58 minutes all season.
58 minutes. Their practice was 50. Do you remember the Buddy Ryan days? 3 a days, 2 a days? They had a 58 a day. It was 58 minutes. That was it. How do you get ready for one of the most physical sports on earth in 58 minutes? How do you do that? I mean, you guys let me know out there what are your thoughts about this, and I'm going to ask my co-hosts what they think about this. Pat, you're the football guy. I'm going to go over to Pat first. I'm sorry, Michelle. I got to skip over you right now.
Listen,
I got to
it's
go
all
right
good.
to the
It's
football
all good.
player because I don't have any experience in this area. But Pat, you do. How do you get your body ready with 58-minute practices? 58-minute practice.
You truthfully, you don't. Okay, so it is a new age of football. 58 minutes is normally almost the time that you take a team to warm up. Actually, 58 minutes for a full on scale training camp practice. It is something new. It's something that we probably have to embrace going forward because in those 58 minutes they were able to do more in those
Nothing.
58 minutes
I'm
than
kidding.
no. For what I heard, they were able to do more in those 58
Mhm.
minutes than most teams are able to do in 3 hours. Almost offense or defense, even though we're in shells, they got their full workout with offensive line, wide receivers, and quarterbacks, tight ends, running backs. Same thing with the defense. Everybody got their work in. But my thing is, since Nick Sirianni came here, we have been we have fielded the healthiest team within the last 6 years since Chip Kelly, which is kind of odd to say because when you look back at it, those 2 days we relish those 2 days. We relish going up to Lehigh and seeing Andy Reid, seeing those boys up there hitting. You said 58 minutes is not enough time. That's how long our show is, right? To get your body warmed up, to get used to the physicality, what it takes for you for football. But through their analytics, I think they found that if we're able to get from our stretching right into practice, then we're able to do more in less time to not have so many injuries that we have had. Doug Peterson had the most injured team in Eagles history. In Eagles history. Every year.
And he won a Super Bowl.
Every year you said, "Oh, last year everybody's
And
coming
he's
back
not
healthy."
here anymore either.
Yeah, every year it was like more people got injured. But this year everybody's relatively since under Sirianni's been healthy. It's only been like two major injuries, which is Brandon Graham and a soft tissue injury with Miles Sanders. Besides
Right.
that, everybody's been healthy throughout the whole year. So, I mean, if it works and we're able to stay healthy and function, I'm all for it. But it's going to take more than the preseason games to get these guys ready to go. I'll tell you that right
Yeah.
now.
Well,
what's your
I think
take?
you gotta pick and choose your battles. I mean, to Pat's point, the league has evolved with everything from CTE and concussion protocol. They can't pad up and crack at each other like they used to. That's never happening anymore.
That's football, though.
No,
I know, but it's not. We're done. That era has passed. It's gone, and we need to let it go.
No.
So we should change this from football to bitch ball. Are we playing bitch ball now? I mean, like what are we
Was
doing?
you drinking before this? I thought
No,
you
I'm
was
not drinking. I'm
barbecuing.
just saying we had
Okay, with
we
all
had
the testosterone
no
right
no
now.
listen.
Relax.
We had the benefit. We benefited from having a week schedule last year. Let's just face it. We had a weak schedule last year. That enabled us to bounce back from that poor start we had. 2-5. 2-5. If we're going to be contenders, we cannot come out and have slow, poor starts. And we could look at the practices being so non-physical as a cause for coming out of the gate
Who
slow.
called them
Now
games though? Who called those games when we were 2-5?
yeah, I get that. I get that. He called those games and he changed the play calling to change.
And
but
then we went what?
We won 7 out of the last 10 games.
Okay, so
But
there's your problem.
No,
It wasn't the
that's
lack of practice.
I don't know. We'll
But
see this year.
we would
We'll
definitely
see
see
this
this
year when
Yeah.
Steichen come out, because we can say it was play calling, but we can also point to the fact, because they were very sloppy early on.
They
Their
were very
discipline was
sloppy.
not
Well, I
there.
mean, you
A
have
lot of
3
offsides, a
Similac
lot of
coaches.
penalties and things like that. So are we going to sacrifice the first month and a half of the season every year just so we can be healthy? You don't recover. Most teams don't recover from a 2-5 start. And if we
No.
have a tough schedule, that does not happen, because
No.
our team was not, our roster was not dynamic last year. We just benefited from a weak schedule. Now, this year we have a better roster, but we can ill afford to start off 2-5 again. We've been given gifts in the first 4 games this year. We, in all likelihood, should be 4-0. But are we really going to be 4-0 with the way they're preparing for the season? I don't know. I just don't know. I'm an old school guy.
You are
Prove
old
me wrong.
school
Prove me
and
wrong,
a little
Nikki.
bit emotional. So let's take the emotions out of it and bring some facts into
That's our
it.
team right there. But you
I'm
know what?
just
The
saying.
fact is, the entire league has lessened on the preseason practices and the hitting. That's not just an Eagles thing. That is across the league. And you can't discount the fact that our slow start came from Similac Green coaches. We had a total perfect storm of a disaster of new players, new head coach, new DC, new OC, a head coach that had never been a head coach before. We had way too many factors to put that on the fact that we just didn't, the NFL had changed its rules on practicing and what's going on now. That ship has sailed. That ship has sailed. I'd rather have a healthy team. And even to the point of saying he's not tough enough. Yeah, he can be suspect at these press conference, but he's no Doug Peterson. He still cussed these dudes out. Doug Peterson was the gosh darn it dude, not Nick Sirianni. And yes, tell him, Tony. Dougie P had ice cream socials.
He did
Nick
have ice cream
Sirianni's not
socials.
having ice cream socials. He's dog mentality and planting the flowers and the roots to roota to the tuda. That's what he's doing.
He's attacking every aspect of this process. Like he said
The
last
process.
year, we're
Trust it.
attacking. We're even attacking rest. He's attacking rest. He's playing more physical against rest than he's putting his players on the practice field.
But you gotta
He's
look
attacking
at
the film room. He's attacking everything but each other. They're not attacking. What the
Well,
heck is
you
going
know, the thing
on
is,
here?
they're not supposed to attack each other. So let me get up my football player mindset for a second, right? The Buccaneers had their center Jansen go down in a rough practice, in a tough padded practice.
Somebody else went down too.
Yeah, it's a couple
this
other
week.
people that went down so
Yeah.
far, and with soft tissue injuries. They're
Oh,
calling
that's
this
the
phase of
first
the
one?
first week the soft tissue injury preventer practice week. So, your first day was the conditioning day. The second day was the actual first practice for 58 minutes. Today was the walkthrough.
Was
So
ice cream day. Ice cream day.
No, we don't do ice
'Cause
cream
we're-
under
we're
this
gonna
regime.
attack the
We don't
ice
do
cream
ice
truck.
cream
We're
here.
We're
back
going to
on
attack
smoothies.
the ice cream truck.
That was Doug. That was Doug.
No, I'm only kidding. No, I'm only kidding, man. I am excited to see these guys. I'm just a little leery, man. I don't want another 2-5 start. I know we have one of the weakest schedules out there. So with an improved roster, we should be able to, if we bounce back from 2-5 with last year's schedule, and with a better roster, we should be able to bounce back from 2-5 again, right?
Yeah,
But
I
don't want
think
to.
we're going.
I
Why
don't
are you
want
even
to.
putting that in the universe?
Yeah, I don't want to
think we're
bounce
going
back from
2-5.
2-5.
I think at the very least we're going 4-3. At the very least, we're probably going to go 5-2.
I that's what I want. I want to jump out. When we won our Super Bowl, we were like 9-1. We cannot lose these early low hanging fruit games that we have on the schedule. And if last year's indication, we came out sloppy, a lot of penalties, not being the team wasn't disciplined. And I can only point to the fact that they weren't in in regular season form when the season started. With the way they're practicing now, it takes it probably, like, we only get 3 preseason games, and none of the starters are playing in those games. So in actuality, the starters are getting in game shape during the season. Let's be for real. They're not hitting they're not running game speed in practice. We saw that. They're not even doing that. So they are getting in shape as the season is going on. So you can only expect that they're not going to be at the top of their game when the season begins if we continue down this road. We'll be healthy.
That's true.
We'll be healthy, yeah.
We're
I
going to
don't
get.
think that's
We're
true.
going to have
I
an
think it's all
inter-squad
because we
scrimmage.
have a green coach last year that never was a head coach and had to field a whole football team as an NFL head coach. He wasn't prepared. He was learning on the job. Now that was learning on the job.
Correct. And I do think what you said is valid, Michelle. Like, a green coach is gonna, you're gonna learn on the job. I think he has learned to the point, and the players that have been here since last year know what to expect, and I think they will react to the practice and what he does in the film room better this year than they did last year. They have basically the practice game down. They know what they're going to do at practice. They get in, they get out, they get treatment, and they get ready for film session. That's their training camp. That's their practice. I'd rather them do that and be
Wait. Well, we got to stop. We're only going to be here 58 minutes.
I know that's right. The quarter ended like 5 minutes ago.
We're going to take we're going to take a page out of Nick Sirianni. We're going to get the most done in these 58 minutes. We're going to have a hard show. We're going to attack every subject in this show. We're going to get it done. All right, you're looking at and listening to Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show, the most unique Eagles coverage show out there that's by us fans, for us fans. I'm getting to our co-host in the second quarter, which are you, the fans out there, our followers. We thank you for following us, and we'll get to your comments in the second quarter. But for right now, we like to talk about our favorite football team, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage. You can join us also, but please drink responsibly. I'm doing the Gentleman Jack. Pat is doing the Terramata, and Nichelle has been blessed with her favorite liqueur, and she's doing that, Patron. All right, so let me know what you're drinking out there. A couple people have, and I'll go to the comments as soon as we start this second quarter. But here's to our Philadelphia Eagles, and they're doing the same thing in practice. This is what they're doing. They're doing this. It's only 58 minutes. They don't have time to do anything else. All right, so here we go. To our Philadelphia Eagles down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Listening to the second quarter.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing at practice because they're not practicing. It's like a party. Come on. I mean, how do you show the young guys that's coming up the physicality of playing on this level? You can't tell me that Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis are wrapping their head around what's happening now. Like, I played for a championship Georgia team where we had 2-a-days, 3-a-days, spring practice, all this we were hitting, and I make it to the NFL and we're doing walkthroughs in an hour practice. How do you prepare these young guys? I'll give you this. Maybe that works with a veteran team. You got older guys. They don't need the pounding. They don't need as much. And they have the discipline of having played in the league for years. But how do you prepare the young guys to be ready for the rigors of the NFL season? Because this is unlike anything they've seen. This is not college. Everybody is fast. Everybody is good. They're not going up against unranked teams here. They're going up against professional athletes. How do you get them prepared with the way they are conducting their practices? I don't know.
You can't have this conversation without bringing up the money. College football is big money, but it's burn and churn. They'll go in the portal and get new players at will. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is a commodity once you sign that contract in the NFL. That's money. So you're protecting your investment. And that's what the NFL and the league owners and the coaches are looking at, the investment they're making into these players. You can't beat your racehorse into the ground before the race starts.
Yeah. Yeah,
or they're not going to win any races.
you're
Point
100% right on
blank.
that. You're 100%
Point
right on that.
blank.
Yes.
This
But
isn't
but
this is the
also,
80s or the 90s. This is
yeah, you're right.
2022.
This is
See, this all
2022.
that new age stuff. I'm Baptist. Let's just keep it back. No, I'm only kidding.
No,
All right,
let's
all
be
right, all
let's be
right.
honest. Let's go to this. Let's go
This
to
all
this.
this
It's
new
all about
age
the money. They are
practice.
protecting their money. They're
Let's get
protecting
into
their
this
money.
thing, right? Let's get into this conversation, right? Over the years, over the past 20 years, how many impact players we have ever had got injured in training camp?
The men,
Yeah,
let the men
all
be
right.
men. We
Let the
were
men be
one
men.
of the most
So
injured teams when we won the Super Bowl.
we was.
That's why we won the Super Bowl, because we had a tough team.
But
The,
can we
the
went back?
second pe-
No,
the
it's because
Can we
second
next
back to
man
back?
up. We had a
next
deep
man up,
roster.
they were ready. They were deep. They were ready to play.
Nobody wants to
Do
do
you
that
do
every
you
year,
think
though,
we could have went
Dante.
back to back to back to back? And
No,
these
you
people
can,
would have
that's not
stayed healthy.
sustainable. It's not sustainable. Whether
So
we like it or not, it's just not sustainable.
yeah, you're right. I'm just saying, if we fielded a healthy team after the Super Bowl, those years after the Super Bowl, we fielded a healthy team. Do you think our chances of going to the playoffs, deep running the playoffs, will be increased, or will we be sitting right here talking about Nick Sirianni right now?
Yeah, we still have Doug Peterson.
Do we still have Doug Peterson?
Buddy Ryan is rolling
Buddy Ryan.
over
Half these
in
people probably
his
don't even know who
grave.
Buddy Ryan
He
is if
is
they're younger than
rolling
40.
over in his grave.
He
We
is.
are hoping to see the return
is.
of an aggressive defense that he and Jim Johnson led when they were on this Philadelphia Eagles staff. And they
Well,
are both rolling in their
all right,
grave.
Well,
Dante,
let's
let's do
bring
this.
that back to coaching. Buddy
No,
Ryan,
you got
Jonathan
coaching.
Gannon, who had Hassan Reddick drop back into coverage during
Well, the
practice.
thing about it is, these players that we have, especially the players, you talk about the young players learning the speed of NFL. These young players that we have, the Jordan Davis, N'Kobe Dean, Keron Johnson, these guys played on these high levels in college.
They're
Georgia's
faster
defense,
than half the people in the league.
Georgia's defense is on par. They try to mention Georgia's defense with the U back in 2001. Like, that's how fast and how ready they were for this year. So they already played on a fast level. They're already NFL ready. They just haven't played the NFL game. They got to learn the schemes, the small nuances of the
Mhm.
game. And once they get that down, which should take about 2 games, this team should be moving. I want them to be healthy. Am I upset about this time? Can you really do anything in 58 minutes? Of course, I would say hell no. But if it works and this team comes out on the other end healthy and go in a deep playoff run, then doggone it, Sirianni, keep doing it.
All right.
But they do a lot.
I'm
They
hoping.
do a lot outside of the 58 minutes too. We were told that, sometimes they have closed practices. So we don't
Yeah.
know what goes on when it's closed to the media. We don't know
Correct.
if they're hitting, if they're not hitting. We don't know what type of things they're doing because it's closed. We're not privy to that
I
stuff.
want to answer a question that was put in by the out there in the comments about the extra padding on the helmets.
Well,
All right, hold on.
concussion.
Let
Yeah.
me go back.
Hello?
Let me bring them into the conversation.
Yes.
So we thank you guys for following us. on
Who's
Eagles
first?
Talk.
Who was first?
Yeah, first person in the room. I'm going to acknowledge you guys because you are our 4th co-host on the show. We listen to you guys and we include you guys in the conversation. So the first person in the room today was Drexel Davis. He says, "Hello, everyone. What's up, Drexel? Drexel, thank you for coming." Jeremiah Andrews was second. He says, "What's up, Eagles fam?" William Davenport was third. Says, "Hurt season." And our resident from down under, Tony Burren, was 4th in the house. He says, "Yo, Bird fam." Richard Boo is here too. He's Richard Boo on Facebook, but when he's following us on YouTube, he's just Richard. What's up,
Richard.
Eagles fan? What's up, Richard? Ronald Bacon is in the house. Fly, Eagles, fly, along with Jerome Daniels. And he says,
They're
"Hello,
roaming the
Bird gang."
house. Watch
All
your
right.
mouth.
Some of the most recent comments here. Robert Carl Stalling says, "Isn't it better to get hit running
Yes.
plays in practice to see how the hole
Yes.
truly closes?" Yes, it
Yes.
is. But they don't run. They don't do that.
They
in
use
practice.
those little sticks. You see the sticks with the
Yeah.
fist on the bottom of them.
Does
That's
that
what they do. They use them
simulate?
sticks.
Does
Listen,
that
Your
simulate?
body has to feel that hurt. Your body
Yeah,
has to
it
feel that
does.
hurt to recover. When your body doesn't feel that hurt to recover, it takes you much longer. It's just like us getting old, right? We can't do the same things like we did yesterday and go back out there tomorrow. Like I said, I know you could play a full 3 basketball games and think you're gonna do it the next day without saying, you know what, it likes my knees, my ankles up.
I would tell you what, that's this is like I heard John Ritchie use this analogy.
Yeah.
He said it's like Maxie telling Maxie, no, don't practice that hard.
Yeah.
No, we got to save you for the season. Don't go out there and work out 3 times a day.
Well,
We only need an hour workout. How do you get better?
That's apples and oranges. First of all, basketball
double-edged
players are
sword.
not getting punched in the neck every practice. Stop playing. Like,
All right,
it's
look,
not,
I got
it's
some
not even
support
the
here.
same.
I got
It's not
support.
even the
Robert is
same.
saying it. Isn't it better? Here it is. All right, David Wong, he's on my side. He says Hurts and Devontae played 1 series together last preseason. They had 0 chemistry
That
the
has
first bunch of
nothing
games.
to do with hitting. He said they didn't get enough reps together. He said nothing about hitting. What's up, Wong? Temple, that's my Temple family. That's my
Ted
brother.
Walker's in the house. I know he's on my side because he's a new. All
Wow.
right. Roger Aku, is Sanders healthy?
Yes.
I don't know. Well, he's got to be healthy because he's not doing anything in practice. You can't get hurt when you're not doing anything. When it's 58 minutes, you can't get hurt. All right, so maybe in that sense, practice
you
is
really
good.
want Sanders
Yeah,
getting hit?
right.
Do
So
you?
maybe it's good in that
Do
sense.
you? You
Right.
gotta pick it, like I said, pick and choose your battles.
Yes.
All right, so let's go over some of the training camp battles that we have our eye on. And last week we talked about the wide receivers. We did that, didn't we? We did the receivers.
I know,
week.
but let's talk about what happened at camp.
What? All right, I didn't hear. You tell me what happened.
Apparently Reagor had a one-handed ESPN.
He had that last year.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I gotta do this to you. I gotta do this to you.
Flag on the
he had multiple one-hand
Y'all
catches.
know I'm not
last
condoning
preseason.
that. That's all fluff.
That shit, he like Randy Moss
all
doing
fluff.
training camp. He was doing one of these catches and all this stuff.
Yeah,
And
no.
We already know. We
He's
already
playing
know what it
preseason.
is.
He's playing every game.
Yeah, he's got to play every game in preseason.
Yeah, but he's also running with second team.
All right, so what's the reports coming out of training camp? Even though it was only a 58-minute practice, what happened? I know ESP Elliot Shore Parks is always he keeps stats in the practice.
Lord.
So how did Jalen do?
I can go down a list. I got some things here. A couple guys missed or were limited in practice due to illness. Jason Kelsey, with Zach Pasco was out, while Fletcher Cox and Anthony Harris were limited. With Kelsey out, the rookie Cam Jurgens took first-team reps at center. Isaac Salamalu got first-team reps at right guard, which is good.
He did?
Or bad. Yes, he did.
Wow, okay.
Marcus Epps and K1 Wallace worked with the first team, so they're the first safeties up. Marcus Epps and K1 Wallace.
Oh, wow.
TJ Edwards and Kizar White were the first-team linebackers.
Kazir.
I say Kazir.
Yeah.
It says an overall good day for Jalen Hurts, who looked sharp in the multiple drills, opened the red zone strong, going 4 for 4 with 2 touchdowns, avoided multiple defenders on his throw to Kenny Ganway. I'm sorry. Jalen Reagor had a nice first day beating Zach McPherson for a TD and catching a shovel pass for a score. Shovel pass.
Who? Jalen Reagor.
Jalen Reagor shovel
And
pass.
Minshew, the second team. Let's give context to
Yeah.
plays. Who was playing first team and who was playing second team.
Yeah. They typically go first offense against first defense, second offense against second defense. So that's what they really go against. Jalen, speaking of McPherson, he also broke up a pass intended for Devontae Smith. TJ Edwards had a forced fumble. AJ Brown caught a pass over the middle. TJ Edwards came up and made a nice play and stripped the ball loose. Quez Watkins beat Devontae Maddox.
That means he grabbed his flag. Go ahead.
Gardner Minshew had a good practice with the second team. Yeah, that's about it. Overall, it was a good day practice, 58 minutes. There was a miscue for Jalen Hurts. He said at the end of the practice, the ball slipped out of his hand. It was intercepted by Brandon Graham. So he had 4
Actually,
touchdowns.
somebody ran into him. Come on, let's get it right.
Well,
Let's
that's what
get
he
it right.
slipped out his
Don't be
hands.
talking about Jalen on this
Listen,
program.
listen.
Look.
Somebody ran into him. I think it might have been Gainwell. One of the running backs ran into him on a play.
But
That's why
he's trying to get rid of the ball before you get get touched for the
right,
sack.
exactly. And
he
another
threw it right to,
miscue was actually because Goddard ran the wrong route. But we don't talk about wrong routes. Ross Tucker did talk about running wrong routes. So shout out to Ross Tucker for actually giving the whole story and not half the story.
And today
Hurt
there is
season.
no updates. Just let you guys know that.
If you don't know, Michelle is team Jalen all the way. Don't even
slander.
open your mouth.
No,
don't
listen.
Even open
No,
your
you
mouth
could
when they
criticize
come
him.
about.
But these are the things I don't like. First of all, Jalen Hurts is 23. Men don't even get their grown man body till they're almost 25. And your cognitive ability doesn't even fully develop till you're almost 25. Jalen Hurts is finally coming into his grown man body. And you got people out there talking about he doesn't pass the eye test and he's never going to progress. That's science says that's impossible for him not to progress physically or mentally because of science. So all these pundits and all the Wentz apologists and all the Minshew lovers, it's impossible for him not to get better because he's not old enough yet. That's science. So all this, he doesn't pass the eye test, he's reached his peak, is a bunch of BS. That's all I'm saying. Does he have a lot of work to do? Yes, he does.
He's nowhere near close to his peak. He's nowhere close to his prime.
No.
He's still learning the nuances of playing quarterback in the National Football League. And this offense is still relatively new. So with that being said, I know it's in the quarter. Let me end the quarter for you, Dante.
All right, thank you.
The end of the quarter.
All right, that's the end of the second quarter. It's halftime here on Eagles Talk, where we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. Please join us, but please drink responsibly. I am doing nothing. I'm done. Gentleman Jack, I was doing a Gentleman Jack. Pat is doing the Terramana. And Michelle is doing the Patron XO.
I'm doing caffeine and tequila mixed together. It's bad for y'all today. It's about to be bad for y'all today. I'm be amped.
It's bad. And we got a question coming out of the third quarter here. All right, so everybody raise your drinks. And let me know what you're drinking out there. Tyrone joined us, says, "Hey everybody, you're late, Tyrone. You just getting here? You late. You late. All right, here we go. So to our Philadelphia Eagles and training camp. Down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
Third quarter. Noop says, Ted Watkins says, what's going on with Jalen Reagor and Devin Allen? Will they both make the teams or at least one? And don't give up on talent like Reagor. Ooh, Noop. Yo, why'd you? We don't, that's a flag when you even use his name. Until Reagor shows that he can play, we got to throw the flag every time somebody uses his name because he has a lot to prove.
Well, let's go back to practice and all the things you talked about. Practice. Reagor shows up in practice. All that practice you want, he shows up, but not when we need him in the game.
Not in the games, though. Oh man, I mean. He's going to get an opportunity. Of course, you know that because the draft politics come into play, and he was a first-round draft pick. So he's going to get the opportunity. He just has to make the most of it. He has given me no reason to have confidence in him, and that's why I'm so hard on him. If he showed flashes, he has shown no flashes outside of practice. That is, he's been brilliant in practice at times, but we have not seen any of that.
Look how much time we're spending on Jalen.
This is none. I mean, we don't talk. He was balling yesterday.
We always hear him. If we're going to talk about Reagor,
I know.
What
yeah.
are we talking about? We got AJ Brown. We got Devontae Smith. We got Quez Watkins acting like he's going to be a viable receiver for this franchise. He's going to get his second contract. Come on, guys.
And I have some criticisms on Devontae. I know he's a great talent, but he still has a lot of work to do. Some of his miscues, his drop balls. Goddard's great too, but
that's crazy though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. You got concentration.
Their concentration, they're still maturing as well. Mm-hmm. That a lot of those miscues on Goddard and Devontae Smith were always attributed to Jalen Hurts. But as a quarterback, you're going to take all the blame, even if it's not your fault.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get it. What's up? What's the update on Taylor? What,
What?
Devion
What
Taylor?
happened?
What happened?
Nothing. There's no update on him.
Okay, all right.
What do y'all feel about Devin Allen getting a DQ with the track thing, though? That was kind of shady.
That was they said it was 0.3 seconds, which is
Because he's too
technically
fast? Because he came out his blocks too fast?
technically that's impossible. Technically.
For them to see that.
Yeah, technically that's
Yeah,
impossible.
with the naked eye, right? With the naked eye, how do you see it?
Nigga out. At
Yeah,
all.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little suspect.
Nah.
I don't know about him. The question was, what do you think about Devin Allen and who was the
And
other one?
Rager.
Davion
And Rager. Will they both make the team?
No. No.
Unless Devin Allen just thoroughly outplays Jalen's going to get the nod if it comes down to both of them.
Only because his draft position.
Only
But
because
with that
his
question-
draft position.
But with the question with the about Taylor, about our linebacker Taylor, like we have some fast, rangy linebackers, and I love it. I'm here for it. I mean, just tell Hassan to go after the quarterback. We got guys that can cover these tight ends. We
That's
got
right.
guys that can cover these doggone slot receivers. That was our issue, right? You got guys that should be able to cover these tight ends, these athletic tight ends that we will see this year. And I'm excited for these young players. I mean, yes, we need to get an hour practice in, but
I want some sacks. I just hope
That
Jonathan Gannon does what he needs to do with the talent. It's not just on Jalen. Everybody's like, oh, they gave Jalen all these weapons. They added AJ Brown. Like, you act like they added a whole new team around this brother. Like, stop. That's just
in
gaslighting.
that defense there, adding AJ Brown upgraded every
It
other
did.
wide receiver spot because now
I did.
Devontae, instead of having who was number 2 last year,
Quez.
Jalen.
Quez.
Oh, Quez was number 2. All right, so now you have
So now
Devontae.
AJ Brown,
He's an upgrade
Devontae,
from
and Quez are first
Right.
team receivers.
Now you have
right
Quez
now.
as the number 3. He's a big upgrade over Jalen. So, yeah, just adding that one receiver did upgrade the receiving cores a lot. And I don't know what you guys think, but what do you think about the scheme? Now, I told you guys last year, even before we came into the season, that you're going to see them try to reestablish the passing game because that's what the owner wants to see, right?
Well, they have a new dynamic there.
They have a new dynamic. Their coaches are more seasoned now. It's the second year with this team. It makes sense to start opening up. You have a very young QB. You do these things in stages. You don't just shoot the whole thing in the first season with new coaches. That was never going to happen. We have to kind of temper our expectations, but it does make sense that each year you add more into the passing game as your QB grows and as your head coach and your offensive coordinator get more experience under their belt. So yeah, I do expect a few more passes, but I also expect Jonathan Gannon to do something with all the talent he has at defense.
I understand that. Here's my perspective on it, right? Our strength has been established last year, right? Our strength is running. So why not take the approach of tailoring our passing game around our strength? Allow that to still be our strength and incorporate more passing into it. Because now when they load the box, now we have the weapons to actually take advantage when they load the box. So let's keep our core strength being the running game. Let's not come out and try to, morph into this passing team just because we have AJ Brown. I know we have better weapons now in the passing attack, but let's stick to our strength. Our strength is running the ball, and let's just build off of that and branch off of that into the passing game.
Our strength is running the ball. We are if you look at our offensive line, and Michelle said this, numerous times, and I confirmed everything she said. That offensive line is better going forward than taking one step back to pass block. You got 300-pound men ready to maul this off defensive line, let them do their daggone job.
Cloud the
So,
road.
you know, it was a statistic out there about Miles Sanders not getting touched at least 4 yards after he's passed the line of scrimmage because of his offensive line. If you do that average from the 25-yard line on down to the other end, every 3 plays you got a first down, right? Every 3 plays you got a first down. If that is going to be our philosophy, let's stick with it until it doesn't work. Now, to the dynamic of adding A.J. Brown, I know you said, why adding A.J. Brown changes the whole dynamic of the offense? Because last year, we was missing a bona fide either number 2 or number 1 receiver. We counted on Devontae Smith to be our bona fide number 1. He's a rookie.
He's rookie. Yeah,
He's still
that's a
trying to
lot of
learn the
pressure.
nuances of being a receiver in this NFL. So when you add A.J. Brown, who's been in this league, who's been successful for the last 3 years, right, to a crafty second-year receiver to what speedster, now you change the whole outlook of this offense. This offense becomes stagnant to dynamic now.
Pause
And it's-
though. Where did AJ Brown come from? A running base team.
Right, and that's what I was going to get to. Yender, aka Rodney, says, "Yeah, we should definitely be running first." And AJ Brown did his best work on the Titans off of play action passes. So he's come from a run first offense. He knows the nuances of the play calling on
Facts.
a run first team. And I think that should be our philosophy. That should be our approach, that we attack what we do best, and that's running the ball, and let everything else flow off of that. I hate to make this freaking analogy. I do. But the 90s Cowboys with the triplets did exactly that. They did exactly that.
You
They
can't
ran
even front.
first, and Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin and them ate off of what
Wait a
Emmett
minute.
set up.
I mean,
We
yeah,
know
we
that.
can still say that,
We could
but it
definitely
was
do
a
that.
formula that worked for them.
But it was a formula that worked, and
definitely
we
was.
have that similar type of offense. Our offensive line is massive. It's a beast. It's dominant. Let's allow them to do what they do best, and this helps Jalen also. We don't have to put the all the weight on his shoulders. We can let him manage the game. Now he doesn't have to make as many big plays. We do have to have a threat down the field, of course. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
He has
for
to
sure.
he has to have a couple strikes down the field, at least a couple attempts down the field to keep them honest. But it takes a lot of pressure off of Jalen Hurts if we do what we do best and then allow everything else to come off of that.
Correct.
Absolutely agreed to that.
Definitely agree.
All right, who's that? Patrick is on YouTube too? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat's in there getting it in. Let me shout out our who's about to be our resident chef, Aaron McCargo Jr. He says he's gonna come on and do some what do you call that? Tailgate treats
Really?
for
Tailgate
us
foods. Oh
in
wow.
September. So we got a celebrity chef coming up this fall, y'all.
I gotta
that's
get-
what's up. All right, I gotta go on a diet.
I don't eat
I
bacon.
gotta
so
go on a
lo-
diet first so I can pick out. I gotta do the same thing.
There's all kinds of other stuff he can dish
Yeah.
up.
Anything else, I'm good. But we talk about the
No, I
offense.
got same thing I did before I went to Cancun. I gotta starve myself so
You
I
gonna
can pick
start
out.
yourself first before that
Yeah.
show?
Well, actually, August is my day to stop drinking for the month.
Oh
You
wow,
doing it August
that's
this year?
sad. August,
Yeah.
it's my birthday month, and it's a big birthday for me, as you
Oh,
know.
because after August is September, the football season starts.
You usually do
comes-
sober October. What happened?
Because in October it's going to be it's going to be difficult. All this travel now I'm doing in November. Heck no, I can't do it in November because I'm going
I
to
was
Bahamas.
doing it in November.
I'm going to Bahamas.
yeah, I do it
so
in
that's not
January. I
happening.
don't know what y'all be talking about.
Everybody has their sober month, and Pat is going to pick
I might
August.
do.
All right, I guess
I might do two.
that
I
might
might
be
do two. I might do two.
outside of the fact that it's Nichelle's birthday month.
Yeah,
might
I
be
usually do
good.
January and one time in the spring.
I do an hour a week. That's it.
I don't do summertime or football
No, I'm
season.
only
You
kidding.
said an hour a
You
week.
got it right. I don't do summertime or football season. So
Yeah.
Let me end
All
this
right, that's
quarter.
the end of the quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
We got 57
All right.
minutes, man.
All right, we got 10 minutes.
9 minutes. I'm sorry, 9 minutes.
9 minutes. We're not gonna be here past 58 minutes. We're not. All right, so here we go. We're watching that's the end of the third quarter. You're watching Eagles Talk, the number one Eagles coverage show out there that's by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans, where we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and they are in training camp. So we're talking about training camp. I guess we'll talk about some of the offensive line battles because I'm very intrigued about the Sayamalu and Driscoll right guard battle that's going on. So we'll talk about that. But we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I am tapped out. Pat is doing
a half shot.
She's doing a half
I'm
shot.
doing a half shot too. I can't.
And Pat's doing a half shot of Terramata.
I got to preserve this.
And you guys, don't drink it all up.
I know. I got it. Look how much I done already drank. I just got it too.
It was in a freezer, wasn't it?
Oh,
yeah. All right.
The same thing Shell used to do.
It gotta
right,
be
so
chilled.
I'm
See,
drink
when
a
Shell
shot of
get
water.
back, when he done traveling the world, securing the world, we gon' this is hard to come by, y'all. It's hard to come by.
All right, so let me know what you're drinking out there, and please make sure you drink responsibly. And here to our Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
All right, so going to some of the comments out there, Jeremiah says sober month, maybe a sober week. That's all he can give you. He's sober week. That's it. They
He's like,
can't
you
do
got
a whole month.
7 days,
All right.
maybe 5 business days.
Richard Booth says, I drink year round. He's an all-season drinker. And Eagles are the best. Fly Eagles Fly says, Smitty going to have a better year with AJ than Lamb did with Coop.
Oh,
I
he
certainly
is.
hope so, but
He
that's
is.
going to
I
be
feel
so
it.
dependent upon Jalen and the progress or taking that next step up, man. And and believe me, I am so rooting for him to do so. He has all the intangibles. All he has to do is put the physical
Deliver.
deliver with his performance on the field, and we will have the consummate pro franchise quarterback if he can make that step up this year. And also it saves us from having to invest more draft capital and having to go get
you know how much
a
bank
quarterback.
we'll be sitting on if Jalen has a good year.
So I'm rooting for the guy. I'm making fun of Nick Sirianni, but I think we all should be wearing Jalen Hurts on our shirts.
Listen, I'm about to order the Hurt season hat. They got it in bucket hat style that AJ Brown wore because that's his BFF.
Hurt season.
Right,
yeah,
right.
man. I'm about to order the hat.
Huh?
Let's talk about this right
guard.
Trademark
it, yeah.
Right guard, Sayamalu. I think he's going to emerge when the dust settles, and the way they're practicing, he's probably going to be healthy.
Even with his injury, you think he's going to edge out Driscoll?
Well,
I hope so. I mean, you just said it.
Yeah,
Didn't you just say he's the number one? I mean, he came out with the first string.
Yeah, he did come out with the first string.
And the thing about it is that it gives you 2 offensive linemen that could be swing guys. I hate to say that you got a first round draft pick that's going to be a swing tackle, swing guard, whatever, but you do. It give you flexibility to do different things with these guys. Now you have a true and true fullback. You know, you can go big backfield because Jordan Davis did that in college, right? Why not put Driscoll and Jordan Davis in the backfield, right? Have Jordan Davis as a fullback. Have Driscoll as or you can do Andre. What's his name?
You know, Pat wants Sirianni's job.
I know. No,
you can put Andre in the backfield. You could put Driscoll in the backfield. You could put Hurts in a pistol formation and have him two guys leading them around the corner. It's so many different opportunities you do with these guys. I'm sorry. I'm just
yeah, he's going off now. He's playing fantasy football now. Come on.
I am.
All right, Christopher Burton's here. Says, "What's up, fam? Sorry I'm late. Had to make a Walmart run. What you had to do, Chris. It's barbecue season. You had to go get something for the grill. I was on the grill right before the show. I almost was late because I was on the grill before the show. But what do you had to get
He
something for the
was.
grill? Tell me.
I didn't get my turkey burger though, but we won't talk about that.
We cooked the turkey burgers last night, and my daughter, because my daughter wanted turkey burgers, and then the night she was like, "Dad, I need the cow. Give me a beef burger. I need a beef burger." So I had to go with the beef
Yeah, I get
tonight.
some
But I
wild
also
burgers.
went with the scallops, the bacon
Ooh.
wrapped scallops.
Ooh,
Also,
you was
so,
being fancy tonight, and where
Oh.
was our invite, Pat? He didn't even
Oh.
let us know.
I gotta bring
I'm
y'all.
so upset about my brother going down there
Oh,
with some.
don't go there.
some
Why'd you
lobster
say
and
something? Don't say
T-bone.
nothing.
no,
Oh.
it wasn't T-bone. What
Your
was it?
brother did that. That was
Tomahawk.
not me.
He,
He
called
called
Pat,
me.
I'm going down.
Oh, we
yo,
back
come
on the
on.
tomahawk steak story.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, I brought that up. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
Yeah,
My
don't
bad.
I had to
do
go
that,
buy.
Pat.
I had to go buy one. It was delicious too. I brought like for the next 2 weeks. I brought another tomahawk.
Yeah, he did. And I did ribeyes last night. They came out, oh man,
Yeah.
perfect. I don't like, I can't eat the well done steak. That's
You
that's
can't do that.
blasphemy to me. You can't eat
Yeah.
a steak well done. That's
You gotta
blasphemy.
either be
That's
medium
not even
rare,
how they were
and I
supposed to
let
be
you do
eating.
medium
I
rare
don't
or
even
medium.
eat steak anymore, and I know you're not supposed to eat a steak well
Yeah.
done. Stop.
Yeah,
You
so
over there
mine
shaking,
was
shaking the
perfect.
counter while you try to cut your steak.
If it ain't saying moo, you understand? You gotta at least hear the moo in the cow.
Yeah.
But anyway, oh yeah, see, Chris said he had to get the grill supplies. All right, so let's say that Sayamalu emerges from this battle. Could you imagine? Because he was the former starting left guard there, right? And we had a very dominant line with Peters, Sayamalu,
Kelsey, Brooks, and Lane.
Brooks, and Lane. And now you got Mailata there, who is emerging as an all-pro, and I think he takes the step up to be an all-pro this year. Next to the young guy, Dickerson, who played outstandingly well last year, along with Kelsey, you insert Sayamalu and Lane Johnson. We're back to being one of the best lines in football.
And
One of the
we've
best
always
lines.
been, like I said before, we've been one of the best O lines in football for a minute. Real talk. For a minute. However, our pass blocking sometimes is suspect. That's
It
what I would
is.
like us to
It
get
is.
better on. Our we are so good, like you said, Pat, of running forward. But come on, we got to pass block a little better.
But
If
you
we
know what?
really
You
want to
go-
help our quarterback out.
And like I said, when you said that, and I thought about it because I looked at it and I saw sometimes it was a defender right in Jalen's face last year, right? I went back and looked at it. It also hinges on these wide receivers running their route fully and not just stopping and looking at quarterback. Like if you're not open, continue to move. Run your route like you're going to get the ball. Like why are you half-ass running these routes? And a quarterback looking you dead in your face, you half-ass running the route. You're not getting the ball. Come on, you got to this receiver
Coach.
Coach.
Now I'm
These-
taking a
these
page out of
green
Michelle's book.
coaches, These green
Coaching.
coaches, they
And
have to
our head coach is
that up.
supposed to be a wide receiver guru coach. And you're looking at wide receivers that are making these type of mental mistakes.
It's
They've
just
got to
hard
do a better
sometimes.
job. We talk about Jalen Hurts stepping up. We talk about Miles Sanders staying healthy and living up to his potential.
Mhm.
But a lot, and I agree with Michelle, she said this in past shows, our coaches have to step up this year. We've got to see more out of Sirianni in his leadership role because he's not calling plays anymore. So I'm assuming he's in the offensive play design. That has to be better. We all looked at the play design last year, and it had you yearning for more, So hopefully he has developed better play development this year. Hopefully Jonathan Gannon has grown with a year experience under his belt, and he's able to take advantage of the tools or the gifts that he's been given this offseason, because now he has a talented group back there. Now I don't think he cannot get away with the excuse of not having the type of players to run his scheme, because he got everybody that he needed to run his scheme. Everyone. So we need to see our coaches step up to the next level. with a year of experience under their belt, the Similac crew, a
Dante,
year of experience
Dante,
under their
hold up,
belt.
hold up. Show's over.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
that's
we
right.
have 58 minutes.
All right,
But
58
no, he was
minutes.
on
This
the roll.
show is over.
I wanted Dante to. I wanted to ask Pat about he was mixing 3-4 and 4-3 at practice for day one.
Yes.
Did you read about that?
Yes, he
And,
was.
and
he
Oh,
what,
was-
yeah.
what was your take?
All right,
I
we
mean-
out. All right, we'll see y'all next week. That's 58 minutes. We out. We see y'all next week, man. Come back 7 o'clock because that's all we need. I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight. For Pat and Shell, 58 minutes. We out. Peace.